Well, Liam, we're delighted to announce that the Wigan Athletic Academy will now be known as the FreePL Wigan Athletic Academy. I guess first and foremost, just how proud are you to know that the Wigan Athletic Academy will now be known as the FreePL Wigan Athletic Academy?
Oh, listen, Ash, as a lifelong Wigan fan, to support the club both obviously on the pitch and off the pitch is always that boyhood dream. And as I say, you know, pre-pandemic, we'd supported the academy prior. When the opportunity came around this time around, we just couldn't refuse that opportunity.
And clearly, it's been a successful year for Phoenix 2021 Limited, the club's ownership group. I guess from your perspective, was that playing a big part in, you know, reassociating with the club?
It was. I mean, to see Mal and the team behind the scenes just regenerate the club in such a short space of time, you know, it's nothing short of phenomenal. And as I say, you know, as a proud Wigan lad, you know, seeing the club taken from a very, very low standing to its high point today in such a short space of time, it's beyond believable, really. So very, very happy.
And Wigan Athletic supporters will be aware of FreePL. They'll obviously seen a lot of your association with the club. But just tell us a little bit about, I guess, the alignment between FreePL and Wigan Athletic over many years now.
Yeah, as a logistics business, so we obviously try and bring new talent into the business all the time, from obviously apprenticeships right through to senior management. And it's great to see that journey aligned to the academy and the same principles. Because that's exactly what's happening with Gregor and the team. And as you can see now, some of them academy talent are now part of the first team staple diet as such, and long may that continue.
And I guess there's nothing more proud for a supporter than to see a local player, an academy graduate, playing in the first team. It fills everyone with pride, or it's yourself, any supporter in the stadium, you know, the staff at the club.
It does for sure, and as I said, that is the foundation for the future of most football clubs. I think we're pretty much revered now as academy across the total EFL and probably the Premier League as well to boot. We're the ones to watch. There's some great talent coming through, and I just can't wait to see what this season brings us with new talent also coming to the fore.
We've seen a lot about the success of the Believe Fans Fund as well, and the investment that's seen going into the football club, and I guess it's further evidence of just how important the supporters see the academy as well as yourself.
For sure. I mean, the connection with the fans, I mean, that speaks volume, Ash, really, in terms of where the money's been dedicated to. It is obviously the grassroots element of the football club, and you know, it was a pretty easy decision for us to follow the fans in really getting behind and supercharging that academy.
And you've met with Mal. It's clearly an exciting time for the football club. I guess off the pitch, what's struck you, because you've obviously been involved for a long time, but I guess has there been much of a change? Have you sensed anything?
I think Mal's has been a breath of fresh air coming into the club. He has, Mal and his team. You know, there's an affinity with the fans from day one. The engagement is second to none from what I can see. And you know, as I say, I think we're in really good hands with Mal and his team. You know, I've had the pleasure of meeting Mal, and I think he's got the best interests of Wigan Athletic at heart, as is the wider team. And he's setting realistic expectations for the season ahead, and he should be very proud of his achievements.
I guess as an experienced leader yourself, watching somebody like Liam Richardson, who's I guess in the early stages of his leadership career, you must be very impressed with what you've seen from Liam.
Oh, listen, I had the fortune of going to Lacala with Liam a couple of years ago, or a few years ago now, and he was a great guy then, and to see him come through now and take the reins of the first team and the squad as a whole, and achieve what he's achieved. You know, aspirational leadership springs to mind, and a lot of people could learn a lot of lessons from Liam.
And in terms of the challenges the club's been through, of course, we've sort of drawn that line in the sand and everybody's trying to move forwards, but clearly a challenging time. Ian, I know it was difficult for you to see, and you tried to help where possible as well. But it is great to see that we are now moving forwards from what was a really challenging period.
It was. I mean, listen, I think I'm about 48 years or so watching the Latics, and you know, life without a football club doesn't bear thinking about. In our hometown, we did our level best to try and sustain the club during administration, and thankfully all's well that ends well, and onwards and upwards, and to be promoted out of League One into the Championship was well beyond our wildest expectations.
And of course, it's not just the Wigan Athletic Academy with which you're involved in terms of the wider Wigan Athletic group, Ian. You do a lot of work with Wigan Athletic Community Trust, making a difference right here in Wigan.
we've seen some great examples coming through, and you know, I spent quite a bit of time with Tom and his team just understanding the community trust as a whole. You know, the Kickstarter campaign in particular is one where we've been able to assist in bringing through very young and somewhat uncertain talent through into the business to full-time employment engagement, building their confidence levels and going on to great things, and we're delighted we can help.
And I guess just to align with that, you are a business that's sort of grown from Wigan to greater things, but I guess Wigan's always at heart for you.
It is. I'm a home bird by nature, Ash, and you know, whilst we've got a global operation these days, you know, the magnet keeps pulling me back down to my hometown of Wigan, somewhat inevitable, and best will in the world, this will probably always be our route and our headquarters.